All right. We have a bit of a leak, possible leak, with the next Assassin's Creed game. As you may know, Assassin's Creed has been kind of a yearly franchise up until 2015. I want to say it was Syndicate. Right after Syndicate, they decided to take a break for a year. I think that was a good call. I think people were kind of getting tired of just having an Assassin's Creed every single year and just kind of having nominal upgrades to the game.
Just getting that good old Call of Duty feel.
Yeah, just a tad. I mean, it's to the point where I can't keep up with them. Like I'm 3 games behind in the series. So even at this rate, if they were to do one every 2 years, they probably wouldn't catch up. But the next one, which will probably be coming out this year, and by the way, normally Assassin's Creed, like the theme and the setting leaks every time. I want to say this has been happening ever since Assassin's Creed 2. Like, oh, the Italian Renaissance, that's rumored. That's exactly what it was. Assassin's Creed 3, oh, we think it's the American Revolution. That's exactly what it was. Unity, oh, French Revolution, right? And then Syndicate was actually going to be called Assassin's Creed Victory for like the Victorian era. Oh, it's going to be, industrialized England. That's exactly what it was. So chances are this is correct. They think the new game is going to be called Assassin's Creed Origins. It's going to be a prequel. So I don't know how that will line up with the main present day storyline that no one cares about, but it's there. So I'm not sure how that will work out, but the setting for the assassin part of the game will be Egypt. And the very first thing I thought of is it's going to be a lot of fun climbing on the pyramids and the Sphinx. Those are the 2 things I want to climb on. Come on. You have to admit that will be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I could see the pyramids. The Sphinx might be a bit more challenging. Just because I feel like that's more of like a smoother surface. And like you haven't really been able to climb up smooth surfaces before.
Right.
Unless you can like...
There's probably like... Maybe they're making it and there's like scaffolding around it and that kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot they could do with that. I can see them getting pretty creative with the weaponry. We really haven't had, like, I want to say we haven't really had an Assassin's Creed in this kind of setting. I mean, if this is going to be ancient Egypt, most likely this will take place even before the Crusades, which is where, the first game takes place. So maybe it'll just be a prequel that way. Who knows? And maybe they'll leave the modern day stuff by itself, because normally they just go forward in time as far as the ancient part or the past storyline. Gotta figure out a way to talk about that better. It's really confusing to be like, oh, the present day, the storyline, the ancient or the past storyline. Wish we could do that better. And according to this leak, the leak was actually done by in a Reddit post. Looks like, according to this leak, it's being developed by the same team that did Black Flag. The screenshot that was dropped is, a guy on a boat, probably the assassin you're going to be playing as. So that's already exciting, since I consider Black Flag to be pretty much the best game in the series. And they think that it's going to take place during the 5th dynasty of Egypt. I have no idea historically when that takes place. It does not sound like it's going to be like taking place during like biblical times, during Egypt being covered in the Bible, which is what I'm most familiar with. But
It's definitely gonna be somewhere, probably maybe like around 600, 700 BC.
It'll still be interesting nonetheless. I mean, we haven't really been in that area of the world yet with Assassin's Creed. So I think it'll be pretty cool. And you haven't really played the Assassin's Creed series, have you?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played 2, the one that came after that one, what was it? Brotherhood. Black Flag, Unity, a little bit of Revelations. I didn't play the third one just because I heard that it wasn't really as good as the other ones, just because there's really only like 2 big settlements.
Yeah, there's like 2 main cities, and then like you have a wilderness, but the wilderness area is like really big.
I do think Black Flag, like, that may have been like the better of like the less traditional type Assassin's Creed games.
Oh, I think it's the best one in the series. Like, I love Black Flag. That one is done so well, in my opinion. It does feel more like Pirate Simulator 2000 rather than Assassin's Creed, but I really don't have any problems with that.
Dude's a pirate. I mean, he just stole the title of assassin from a dude, so...
Right.
I mean, it makes sense.
But I think this is a nice change of pace for the series to go into. It'd be cool to, a lot of people have been throwing around ideas like, China during its development, like maybe when the Great Wall's being built.
They already did one. Yeah, the side scrollers aren't really like as popular.
Right.
But I think
there was one in China, Russia, and then
I think the first one.
And those are like the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games that I've never spoken to anyone who's played those games.
I played the China one.
But it would be nice to have like a real Assassin's Creed game take place.
I'd like to play with all of those weapons. like a beehive launcher.
Oh my goodness.
You know what that is?
Beehive launcher? Does it launch beehives?
No. It's like one of the closest things that could be related to a rocket launcher back then. It was basically like a gigantic like wooden crate that kind of like went up like that and then went in like that, and there was a fuse in the back. You light it, as soon as it goes off, it basically just shoots arrows out, and it's like 8 or 9 slots in this giant box, and someone just holds it, and just a barrage of arrows just gets launched out.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how effective. I imagine it's not super effective, but it looked really cool. I think they showed it on what was that show called?
Like
Deadliest Warrior.
Deadliest Warrior, that's right.
That was a cool show.
It was a cool show. I was always interested to see who would win in those matchups.
Not a very good video game. In my opinion.
Imagine not.